Hi, and welcome to Midwest Foods Produce Times. I'm Patrick Fitzgerald, and I'll be guiding you through this week's November 14th Produce Times. For those of you who may not have heard of the Produce Times, it's a publication that we put out each week. It is meant to assist you on what is going on in the marketplace, with sections of what is new, what's active, and what's done. The Produce Times offers you pricing on all the specialty produce and an in-depth look at the market and crop report. We feel it's important to share this information with you, so let's get started and see what's new. So with the local season finished up, we have a few things that are still left out there that are in storage. Things like Michigan parsnips, turnips. We also have, with the Thanksgiving season, the pie pumpkins, as well as the mini pumpkins. With the pie pumpkins, you're going to see them finish up in the next maybe 3 weeks. Definitely after Thanksgiving. You might see a few that are left over for storage through Christmas. With the mini pumpkins, you'll definitely see these things out either at Thanksgiving time or shortly before, since everybody's going to be using them for Thanksgiving. Parsnips and turnips should be around for another month, 2 months, probably into January. And then, of course, the rutabagas, which are not local but are coming out of Mexico right now. And that's basically the local stuff that's available right now. Okay, also with Thanksgiving just around the corner, we have a few items that you're definitely going to want to remember for the holiday feast. We have our green beans, which are coming out of Georgia. Comes in a 25-pounder. And we just recently are starting to get some Mexican wax beans in. Now they're going to see some slight discoloration in there for this week. Hopefully they'll get better over the next week or so, but they'll definitely be available. They could be going kind of fast because of the holiday season, but just stay ahead of it. Also with Thanksgiving, we have the French beans. Now these are coming out of Guatemala. They look great. They're in the 5-pound box, but you're going to want to stay ahead of these also. As we get closer to the holiday season, they're definitely going to be tightening up. Now, I also brought some long beans. Now, I was on the market this morning, and I also got some in direct. These are coming in very scarred. They are a little bit on the browner side, and you got some suntan spotting going on there. So keep that in mind when you do buy them. The quality of these are not all that great. Now, we just have a couple boxes in there, and I actually sent 2 back to the market this morning. So when you do buy them, just expect that. I also brought some squashes that we have in from Mexico. All of our yellow squash and zucchini is coming in from Mexico. They come in a 22 to 25-pound box, and they look great this time of year. I also brought some shiitake mushrooms, and I brought these out for you just to get an idea of what they look like. Now, we sell these exclusively here at Midwest Foods, and these are the A shiitakes. It's a Chinese seeded shiitake mushroom that comes out of California. These are the A's, these are the B's, and of course these are the A's again. And there's a considerable difference. Most of the times when you do buy our shiitake mushrooms, you'll notice the difference from our competitors, where this is a huge shiitake, and then of course the B's, which are just for the chopping. I also brought some potatoes in for us to look at today. In here, this is our 5-pound marble potato. It has 3 different varieties in there. We have a purple potato, we have the red potato, and we have a Yukon potato, and they're all consistent sizes on the seed size. I also bought some red Tom Thumbs, and these are a 10-pound box. And then of course I have the fingerling potatoes, which is the Russian banana, and that's a 10-pound box. Now here's something we haven't seen for a while. This is the grapple apple. It's a regular Braeburn apple that's been dipped into a grape juice and injected with it, and when you open it up you really get the smell of the product, but it is a very good apple and all the kids love it. Also along the fruit items, I know the stone fruit has been getting a little scarce lately, so I thought I'd bring in some of the things that were available. This is the red giant plum. We also have the Angelina varieties that are going to be here later today. They cut a yellowish meat on the inside and are very good. Here's a really cool fruit. It's a dragon fruit. It comes in a 10-pound box. There's only maybe 6 of these in a case. But when you open it up, it cuts almost like a kiwi fruit. It is a tropical fruit, and it is expensive. It's probably around $7 a piece. So with the summer season behind us and the winter season coming up, I brought out a sample of our tomatoes. I brought some out that were a little lighter in color so you get an idea of what they look like when they come into Midwest Foods. Then we take them through a couple different stages of the ripening process until eventually they get into this color, which is still a little bit lighter than we would like it, and in another couple days those will be perfect for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it open so you can take a look at and see the difference in what they look like. And that's the tomato that's been ripened up. Now I also brought this out because it's a golden grape tomato. We've been running into some troubles with the red teardrops and yellow teardrops, so these make a perfect substitute. If you did have a substitution on your order, we would probably substitute these with the yellow and red grape tomatoes with the red teardrops. Here's a product that we sell. It's a 5-pound bag peeled ginger. It comes cryovac. There's a little bit of juice also in there, and it'll last about a week on your shelf, but it's something that is a very difficult product to peel and is very time consuming, so having it peeled and cryovac in a bag is a great alternative for buying the regular. Here's a product that we have on our specialty sheet. It's the wild honeycomb. This comes out of New Zealand. We bring it in twice a week, and it is a great raw product for all those who are looking for raw honey or honey that's in the comb. With the citrus season upon us, I brought some more items on here. This is the Caracara orange. Comes in a 40-pound box, probably about a 72 size. And then I brought in what was our produce surprise last week, our blood oranges. Now these come in a 10-pounder, and we got probably about 30 cases in-house, and they look spectacular. Both of these are not on the cheap side, they're both on the expensive side. So if you're trying to add something a little bit different to your plate, this is definitely where you want to go for your citrus. New crop sunchokes are out. They started about 2 weeks ago, and as you see, they're absolutely looking fantastic. These will be around for quite a while now, maybe about 2 months. So I've had a lot of clients that have asked me what different types of peppers are out there. Of course, we have the red peppers, yellow peppers, and green peppers, all of which, except for the red peppers, are coming out of California. Now we do have the green jalapenos as well as the serranos, but I did bring a sample of a couple different types. This is the red jalapeno, which eats just like a regular jalapeno but red. And this would be great in substitute of a red Thai chili pepper, which has been difficult to get. And there's a shishitu pepper, which comes in a 5-pound box. It's not terribly expensive, but it's not cheap either. And it's more on the sweet side. I brought this out. This is our baby mixed lettuce. I think I've shown it one time before, but this is what the mesclun is before they cut it in the 3-pound box. So what you're going to get is a firmer head of baby lettuce, and you're going to get about 5 different varieties in there. In this case, we have the red oak, the green oak, the Lola Rosa. This is a red leaf lettuce, a baby green romaine, and it comes in a 3-pound box. In the melon department, we have basically 3 different types. We have the cantaloupe, the honeydew, and the red watermelon. There is no more yellow watermelon. The cantaloupes look great. They're coming out of Texas. The honeydews, however, are coming out of Mexico. Okay, now for our produce surprise. So we only got about 6 boxes of these things in the house, and it is a spreckled radicchio. So it's not your typical radicchio where you're going to see it's all red and white. This is more of a greenish, yellowish color with red sprinkles on it. It's not on the specialty sheet, it's not on the Produce Times, but it is available. I'm just going to cut a little bit so you can see what it looks like. And that's the radicchio speckled. Okay, now for items that are done for the season. I mentioned last week, I'm going to repeat it again today, champagne grapes are done, kumquats are done. Lobster mushrooms are done. Peaches are done. Nectarines are done. Apricots are done. The rhubarb is through for the season. And that's your produce update for the week of November 14th, 2011. And again, before I sign off this week, I want to ask you all if you're interested in me coming out there and filming the Produce Times starting January 1st, please email me at producetime, THYME, @midwestfoods.com. Thank you and have a great week.